into a headbutt, which might fail because we've been overusing that headbutt a little bit. No? Okay. Beat him softly. He probably had something big blocked. Let's see what our record is at this moment. Okay. That's his fault for blocking something big. Almost never start a match off with a frog splash, but I'm going to do it here. Just to show you that it's usually blocked. And that's what happens. So I'm going to block a DDT, because he's going to feel he can win this match right now. But that's how often a frog splash is blocked. I could try it in a couple more matches, and just to show you how many times that I try it, it gets blocked. It's such a common move to block at the start of a match, it's ridiculous. It's not even worth starting your match with it. And for the purposes of me not wanting to lose a lot of matches, I'm going to ask you to take my word for it, because I don't want to start too many matches with that move and watch it get blocked. Let's go to a DDT, which we haven't used in a while. Might be able to finish this opponent off, but I'm not going to take the chance. Go to an elbow, then go to a leg drop, and there we go. He's going to need something very big to come back, so I'll let him hit everything up till the frog splash. I want to cut him off at the pass. It's not important enough to win the match on your first move, and that is something you realize. Okay. He failed on a headbutt. He's probably blocking small, because he sees that I don't need to hit him with anything big. So I'll go to a mid-range move that I don't think he's blocking. I have a leg drop where? In the bank. So we're going to use that, and we'll go for a quick pin. And I mean, this is kind of how the system works. It's very simple. Momentum, mix your moves. This guy probably won't block the frog splash. Unless he mass challenged, yeah, because he doesn't think I'll use it to start. I'll go to a corkscrew because I haven't used that in so long. Now I gave him momentum. Very dangerous on this opponent. This is a good opponent, so we'll block a drop kick. Somewhere in the mid-range, I don't think he's going to use a frog splash because he knows me too well, and this is the part of knowing your opponents. He knows me enough to know that I'm probably not going to start a match with a frog splash, so I tricked him and I used it. Next match, likely he will block the frog splash. You condition your opponents to block certain moves on you so that you can use other moves on them while they're blocking moves you're not going to use. Now we can use our corkscrew. We have it in the bank. Hit him with a clothesline because it's not important enough to win on the first turn. And we'll go to an elbow drop. If it hits, we win. If not, he gets a turn. Okay. We'll block a brainbuster here. Brainbusters, frog splashes, when your opponent is out of it, these are big time moves to block because they're gonna go for them. They have to at some point go for a move like that because a move like that will change the complexion of the entire game. So let's go back to our trusty bear hug. Okay, and we'll block a DDT. And it's important for you to learn that nothing works 100% of the time. And we've overused our bear hug a little bit. So now I put one in the bank for us for later. And that's what can happen when you overuse a move. What move haven't we used in a while? Haven't used a backbreaker in a while. It's a nice basic move. Surprised that it would fail there, but that's okay. You don't look at that as a bad thing. Let's block a powerbomb. You don't ever look at that as a bad thing. You look at it as towards your next match. I now have a backbreaker that I can use in the bank. I have a bear hug in the bank that I can use. So you turn those two failures into two successes. How do you do that? Well, it's simple. You go to a match like this. We're back in it, right? So we got our backbreaker. We're going to use it again. And we're going to use our bear hug because we have them in the bank. Okay, now we got momentum on our side. Let's go with a drop kick. I want to try and finish this opponent. Let's go to a double axe just in case we miss something. And a foot stomp. He's going to need something big, but he's not going to go brainbuster. I could see a vertical suplex coming from him. Let's see if it works. Now you're probably thinking I could have finished him with a headbutt, and I'm thinking he'd probably block that headbutt. Just a matter of knowing your opponent. So we can start her with a vertical suplex. This is a very tough opponent here. Some people have their defenses trained very high, and I believe she does, because most moves fail on her on the first attempt. And there's not much you can do about that but train your accuracy high, which I like to do. I like to train my accuracy and my power high. Okay, so we're back on this guy. We just missed a vertical, so we can hit a vertical unless he blocks it. We can then hit our body slam. Ooh, fail on the body slam. He's used a chicken wing, a vertical, a tongue, and a bear hug, a pile driver. I sense he's going for the kill. Let's block a drop kick. And it's good to watch these matches progress over time, so you get a good idea of how the system really works. So we'll start him with a Shining Wizard, which we haven't used in a while, into a Power Bomb, which we haven't used in a while, and let's bring it down with a leg drop. Okay, we have him on 50% momentum. I smell a Frog Splash. 43%, 50%. It's enough to hit a Frog Splash in 1 or 2 moves from now. So we want to keep a good idea on that. And we got another error page. And if you're familiar with this game, you've seen them. So here we go, match by match. And he went for a Frog Splash. I'm surprised. He didn't need a Frog Splash to beat me there. Now, he knows I love the double axe handle. Big fan of it. Won't use it here, because he knows this. Short arm clothesline failed, huh? Must have defense on his low moves. Let's block a headbutt. Even though I see a guy who's in love with the vertical suplex, and now that I see that, I probably would have blocked that instead. Unfortunately, he doesn't need a vertical suplex to beat me, and that's where I have to go by what I think he's going to use to beat me. And in this case, a headbutt and an elbow drop would do the trick. You have to think, what would I do in this situation? Let's use an abdominal on her to get some momentum. Now we're at full momentum. I'm going to go for a flying neck breaker, because I can at that momentum. And we'll hit her with a headbutt and just end that. And like I said, I appreciate the fact that I want you guys to see that matches, nothing ever goes your way all the time. Let's use a chicken wing, get some momentum here. Let's use our bear hug again and hope we can get one off. Okay, let's go into an elbow drop. Nice double axe handle to finish things. Maybe you need a chop in here too. I don't like to pin when they have any momentum left, but I'm going to do it here because it'll probably work. Ooh, failure. What has she used? Power driver, bulldog, powerbomb, drop kick. She doesn't want to take her time. She'll go for a vertical. And we'll see soon if I'm right, but that's one of the reasons I don't like to pin when they have any momentum at all. I like to get them down to 0 momentum. It's just a pet peeve of mine. We haven't used a tongue in a while. And let's hit him with a leg drop. Double axe handle. And a pin. Again, you're not going to have a system that's going to make you win every match, but this system, you'll notice, will work more often than it does not work. Frog Splash, and it was blocked. Strategic blocking, folks. Works about 60 to 70% of the time. Let's use a Shining Wizard. I know he's blocking big because I have 100 momentum, so why hit him with anything big and help him out? Drop kick. That's about as big as we're going to get on this turn. I do not want to give him any momentum back. Let's try a body slam because it failed on us last time. Let's go for a clothesline. We're likely to fail soon, so we don't want to fail anything big, even though that was successful. But after your 4th move, you have to start thinking, what am I okay with failing? So Let's see what she did to get